before we get to that, I've almost got my HVAC guy figured out. And I have another guy coming in today, another guy coming tomorrow. I have to have a whole new install. This is a big deal. It's going to cost me all this stupid money. But the only reason I bring this up is because I talked to this one guy on the phone yesterday, and just talking to him, I thought, I think you're my guy, because he started his own business and he moved away or broke off from one of those huge companies that does all these installs. He's been very successful. And he basically said, look, I know it sounds cocky, but I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it right. And I can do it at a price that is not going to be cheap, but it's going to be affordable. And that's exactly why I'm doing this, and the way I do things the way I do, which is pretty thorough. And just talking to him, I thought, you're my guy. I got a good feeling about you. When you're trying to get something done, or you meet someone, you ever get a feeling and that sort of helps sway you in one direction where you feel like all of you guys are very qualified, but I just kind of like your style.
God, that was such an adult conversation that I feel like I deserve a treat after that. Like you said so many homeowner words that I don't even want to think about. Like, we're going to have to give you an estimate on this AC and HVAC unit. Yeah, immediately my brain was just like shutting off. I was like, I don't want to listen to this adult conversation. This is like going to the DMV, and I'm going to treat myself to Starbucks now because I had to sit through it.
Chelsea, you didn't even answer the question. So if you need something done,
listening. Do
you not ever, this is a very simple question. When you need something done, it could be your hair, it could be your nails, it could be a home improvement project, it could be someone mowing your lawn. If all things being equal, do you ever lean towards someone you just have a good feeling about?
No. What is this?
You don't.
Speed dating?
This is not a difficult question. You've never had
something you go on Yelp and you look at the reviews. It's not that hard.
And you don't take the kind of person you're dealing with into consideration at all. Like a guy who just got out of jail is like, hey, I've done 5 jobs. I served 10 years for attempted murder. Guy didn't die, but I have great reviews. That would be fine.
But are you doing meet and greets with these people before they actually do the job? Like, I don't do that. You call somebody, they come over and they fix something. That's it. You're not dating the guy.
Well, yeah, if it's like, I need you to repair my toilet because it's clogged up, sure, just anybody can come over and do that. You can take your pick. But I'm talking about a huge job. If you're talking about a renovation or something, wouldn't you want to trust the person a little more? You're just like first person on the list?
I don't know. I've never done anything like that. I think you're asking the wrong person, because I live in a condo. So this is not a conversation that I am adult enough for just yet.
Chelsea, this is a very basic human all right, that's fine. This is actually, of our conversations, this might be bottom 5. I feel like I'm not resonating with you at all.
We deserve a treat after this conversation because it's been so terrible.
Oh, my God. All right, Chelsea, we'll both get treats when we're done. Coming up next on BetQL Daily, Villanova's Jay Wright retires. The Joes and Aaron discuss how it impacts college basketball. And if you missed our debate over whether Deebo Samuel would be better off with the Jets, did I read that? Whether Deebo Samuel would be better off with the Jets? Download and subscribe to Daily Tip wherever you get your podcasts. Chelsea, one thing I hope we can agree on is that we need to do better. We need to be better when it comes to our best bets. So let's find out who we have the most faith in today.
Today's best bets.
Chelsea, I'm going to start with you so that you can focus here and then getting yourself a treat.
Yeah. So best bet is going to be on the Oakland A's, -130 today against the lowly Orioles. I get it. The A's just lost to the Orioles last night. What was it, 1-0? But still, this is a decent A's team that's performing much better than a lot of people have expected. 7-6 on the year, and plus, they've got one of their better starters on the mound today. Paul Blackburn has been excellent in his first 2 starts with Oakland, combining for 10 innings and only 2 runs against some really potent lineups, pitching well against the Blue Jays and the Rays out of Tampa Bay. So this is a much easier spot for him going against this Orioles offense that's pretty pedestrian. So I'm going to go with Paul Blackburn being a little bit undervalued here and taking the A's at home -130 on the money line against the Orioles.
Very nice. All right. I have a Major League Baseball play as my lean. But first, I'm going back to the Ice trying to get a win. Now, I would not watch this game. I would watch anything instead of this game. We've got the Philadelphia Flyers visiting the Montreal Canadiens tonight. These are 2 really bad hockey teams. The Flyers have lost 6 straight. So have the Canadiens. However, let's look at who we have in net. And this isn't the only difference maker when you're trying to handicap hockey, but a lot of times when you find a huge mismatch, it can give you an advantage. I think we have one here. Martin Jones will be in net for the Flyers. He is the backup. has struggled this season, gone 10-17-3 with a goals against average of 3.53. So he is not the starter. That belongs to Carter Hart. He's still not in the lineup. Meanwhile, the Habs are going to have Carey Price between the pipes, winless in 2 starts, but we know how good he is. And in those 2 starts, he's only giving up 2 goals per game. Both of these teams are terrible. However, the Flyers defense in particular recently has been really bad. They've given up at least 4 goals in 7 of their last 8 games. I think this is a small number. The Canadiens are the right side. Give me Montreal minus 135 at BetMGM to take care of business against Philly. You going to tell me on that, Chelsea?
Jenks, I would rather watch this terrible game between the Canadiens and the Flyers than listen to you talk about your HVAC system even more. I've been in small talk hell over here.
Okay, let me tell you something. That was my B story. You want me to go to my C story? I got a blockbuster for you. You're going to love it.
You're that guy at parties that you start making your way over and people are like, oh, God, I got to find it.
Oh, no.
I'm going to grab a drink from the bar.
I like to walk over parties and say, you know what I hate? People who speed. Those limits are posted for a reason. Now, does anybody want a cocktail? And maybe we could talk about it. And I tell you what, that drives them away every single time. Where's that 8-ball, Chelsea?
Oh, right here. Also being bored to death by your
magic 8-ball.
Oh,
there it is, the magic 8-ball. And if you're watching us on Twitch, you can always head online, twitch.tv/BetQL. That is twitch.tv/BetQL. You can watch Chelsea shake up the 8-ball and give us the prognostications. There it is. Chelsea, do your worst.
All right. 8-ball. Do we like the Canadians on the money line?
This show should have ended an hour and a half ago.
Canadians minus 135 on the money line. The answer is reply hazy. Try again.
8-ball, half asleep.
All right, 8-ball. Cannot predict now. Wow.
Oh, God.
Even this is the doesn't even predict this game.
Might be the longest 20 minutes we've ever done on this show. This feels like it's next Wednesday. Okay.
We have an answer. It is certain. Canadians on the money line. 8-ball says is an absolute fact.
Oh, we're 1 of 45 on this show. Finally, the 8-ball comes up. There we go. Okay, Chelsea, your turn. Let's get you a winner from the 8-ball on your baseball pick here. You go with the A's, right?
Yeah. All right, 8-ball. Do we like the Oakland A's today on the money line? And it says, ask again later. God, this 8-ball. All right. Outlook good. We have an answer.
All right, fine. I believe
wasn't
Chelsea,
easy.
Yeah, God, that was some work. Like pulling teeth. Oh, my God. I believe that's 3 straight days. I don't know the chances here, but I would imagine when you shake up the 8-ball, you got to got like a 50-50 chance of it coming in your direction. I think that's 3 straight days the 8-ball has said, I got your picks no matter what. That's a record.
Yeah. All right, 8-ball. Let's ask you one more question. Is Jenks ever going to shut up about his new HVAC system?
I don't.
The answer is
never.
Without a doubt.
Well, good for you. That's a big win for you. But I got a visit today and a visit tomorrow. I'm going to regale you with stories tomorrow on the show. It's going to be 3 straight hours of me talking home improvement, and the ratings are going to go through the roof. Chelsea, do you have any leans?
No.
None?
Just the A's for me. Listen, baseball's been real hot and cold for me. So I think I have to limit my bets to just 1 or 2 a night until I get a little bit hotter on the diamond. So it's just going to be the A's for me. Ride or die, because I'm trying to limit my losses here.
I'm going to hire someone to come over and build me just like a small crawl space. And they're going to say, what is this for? I'm going to say, I just need a place to stick my head to hide from the show that I've been doing every day. It hasn't been going well. Chelsea, I got to lean for you. It's in baseball. I want to see what you think here. You ready for this? I'm leaning Mets minus 135 hosting the Giants. And this is why. You've got Anthony DeSclafani taking on Cookie Carrasco. DeSclafani had a career year last season, but he's only pitched a little more than 8 innings in his first 2 starts. He's been hit hard, has given up 13 hits. And in his career against the Mets, he's 0-3 with a 5.40 ERA. And yesterday, there were 4 Giants relievers that took the field. I think they're going to be worn out. So give me the Mets to hit DeSclafani hard, and I'll roll with Cookie Carrasco minus 135 with the Metropolitans.
Yeah, and I heard that the Mets HVAC system is just working on all cylinders. So
Whoa.
That's got to play into the handicap too, right, Mr. HVAC?
Yeah, you got to take that into account. If these pitchers don't cool down between innings, it could be a real disaster, and you're going to lose a lot of money in the process. We know how important that is when you're paying these Major League Baseball players. We'll just bring all that together. Chelsea, Let's talk about your BetQL 5-star best bet and check in on the Donskter. For insight, analysis, historical trends, and more 5-star best bets, download the BetQL app. Well. Going back to the old well, are we, Donskter? Donskter went 2-2 last night, and he laid a lot of chalk. You don't get praise from me. Now, I had a 4-0-1 night the night before, so it's been a nice little run for my chalk donkey son. Wait, is he betting on the NBA playoffs tonight? I think... No. We will not build you a shed. You have a studio you get to stay in, all right? This guy does HVAC exclusively. He doesn't build products for donkeys who put down minus money and lose his viewers the cash that they have in their pockets, Donskter. You should know better than that. The Donskter says Grizz -2, Grizz -125 on the money line tonight against the Timberwolves. Seems like it might be a square play, Chelsa. You rolling with the Donskter?
I think I like the Grizzlies tonight. I think at some point we see the team that has been one of the better teams in the NBA all season long, both defensively and offensively. They've got the depth. I'm a little scared off of it just because I don't really like taking favorites on the road in the NBA playoffs. We saw it kind of pan out for the Sixers last night, but that game went to overtime. So I do think it is the Grizzlies, but I'm not playing it.
Wait, what's that, Donskter? What are you yelling about? What's that? Huh? He says, Derp, I don't care about bets. Make me some tacos, Chelsa.
What? You entitled brat. You don't deserve tacos. What'd you have, 2 good nights in a row? You still get oats.